This is All Things Nerd Production.
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Kobolds in the Basement podcast. My name is Chad Hillson, your game manager. We are joined with Dave Morris.
Careful when I'm fighting, because I'm throwing lightning. Caster Flamebeard.
Schaloan Dysland as well.
Tried to find some books, but as our GM said, they were all just dusty and musty. Luminora.
And Steven Dysland.
I may not be good at fishing, but that's all right, because this crossbow ain't missing. Valerian.
Hell yeah. Perfect. So let's get into it. This is Kobolds in the Basement. All right. Now, before we get started, let's do a quick recap of the last episode. So our adventuring party were in the aftermath of the massive destruction held in the tavern. During that time, they were told that they could get a couple of free rooms, hot meals, everything that they needed as a thank you on the house by the innkeeper. Before they did go and take that rest, they kind of lingered back into the town to search around a little bit. They found a couple of things here and there, a mysterious gray potion, some healing potions, a little bit of gold, dusty and musty books, as we have established. From there, they took their rest and then they made their way south at behest of the innkeeper's suggestion. They came up to a lake that was just west of Lake Sire before getting to the main road. There they started to set up camp, get a little bit of supplies ready, everything like that, before they were attacked by a giant Blythe monster. During that time, they were thrown around a little bit. We even saw Valerian go down. Get knocked out, only to catch his breath seconds later with a nat 20 to pop back up. But not before we saw Cass throw some lightning. Literal Thor stuff. Zapping a bunch of Blythe monsters, taking out a good portion of the giant lake creature. During this epic battle, being thrown around, both our heroes and the monster taking their blows to finally come out on top. They decide not to camp right next to the lake and instead camp a little bit ways into the woods where Luminora was visited by a shadow creature resembling her mother, talking to her and sharing some personal details that has her shooketh, if you will. Only to have Tevin bust into the room, shoot a crossbow arrow through the shadow monster for it to disappear, leaving a lingering image of a decrepit hand and deep yellow eyes. And that's where we are now. So,
Jolly.
after all of that, Tevin makes sure that it's like, Lumi, are you okay?
No. What was that?
I don't know. I heard muffled sounds and it sounded like you were like whimpering or crying. So I came running in and I saw that thing. I have no idea what that was. That was weird.
I wipe my eyes briefly and I sit up and get up and make my way out of the tent.
As you notice, even though it seemed like you didn't sleep for very long, you notice that the sky is starting to brighten just a little bit. It seems the equivalent of dawn in this dark place. And Tevin has already looks like he's already started a little bit of a fire, has a kettle going for anyone that wants like tea or coffee in the morning or wants to do any sort of basic cooking. He goes off and gets Valerian up as well, who I'm assuming you were just like trancing.
Oh, for sure.
He kind of like gently wakes you, and then goes into Cass's tent and immediately comes running back out of Cass's tent and goes, guys, Cass is gone. He's not here. Where would he be? Because he's not here.
Maybe he just went to take a leak. I just yell out, Cass.
I mean, it's...
Flamebeard, where'd you go?
I mean, I know that Cass was, over the past couple of days, well, since I met him, he seems quite worked up about being here. Trying to figure out what's going on. Like, he recognized the place, but it's different to him. But he didn't seem like someone that would just, like, leave. He doesn't seem like someone that would just, like, leave in the night either.
You're right.
I wonder if there was a creature like the one that came to me. If you hadn't have been there, Tevin, I don't know what might have happened. What if, like, there was another one that went after Cass?
What happened to you?
Well, I was awoken by something I thought was my mother, who has been long gone. But Tevin came in. I couldn't move. And Tevin, he saved me.
My condolences. Also, good job, Tevin. We love you.
Oh, geez, thanks. I mean, if you think that's what happened, should we look for him, or how do we go about finding him?
I'm gonna look in his tent and just see what's there and what's not there.
Okay.
See if anything's.
All of
I mean, if his boots are still there, if his spear is still there, that kind of stuff.
Anything left behind that wouldn't be?
Yeah.
Everything is left behind.
Oh, well, see, that's not good.
He was probably wearing his boots. But pack, weapons, everything like that is still in his tent. They're kind of like knocked over the floor. You can't tell if it was because they were knocked over or if he just tosses his stuff down before going to bed. But yeah, all that stuff is there.
That's so great. I'm gonna pick up his spear, and I'm just gonna hold on to it.
You mean the javelin?
No, his spear. He has a spear, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up his spear and just hold on to it in case we do find him. I can give him his spear. Okay. So he's not in there. Yeah, I come out of the tent and just tell Tevin and Luminora. Well, I don't think he went anywhere willingly.
Well, we should look for him.
Can you tell me more about this strange mother imposter that you saw last night?
First, I saw my mother. I heard my mother. I couldn't move. It was like under a spell or something, and I couldn't move. It was my mother's face, my mother's voice. But Tevin, when he shot this thing, it just looked old and dead, and it had these piercing yellow eyes. Something you'll never forget.
Can you speak with animals?
I can.
Oh, Tevin, I love you. I called J. Edgar back from wherever he was getting his thing from. I assume that I can't communicate with him like on a vocabulary level.
No, he can understand you.
he can understand me, but like he can't speak to me in any way. That's an assumption. I don't know if that's accurate or not.
I don't know if you could full on like communicate, but I think with him being like your familiar, like it's like a bond, almost like a telepathic or telekinetic.
Yeah, you can communicate it with it telepathically.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'll just call J. Edgar over to my arm and ask him, hey, did you see anything happen here last night? Did you see Castor go anywhere?
You just kind of get the impression that if any of that happened, it was while he was circling, hunting, or sleeping, but kind of like nuzzles you in a way of being like, I can go look. I can see what I can find.
All right, man. You do that. Go circle the lake and just kind of everywhere around us, and come back and let me know what you see.
Jagger takes off. You guys kind of are sitting for about 30-45 minutes before Jagger comes back, because as you see him like take off, he just kind of like starts circling, but the circle's getting wider and wider, like he's literally just searching a perimeter for you. After about 45 minutes, he comes back and again kind of like nuzzles and pecks at your cheek a little bit and then kind of like flies up to a tree, kind of being like, this direction. He's over here.
He sees him. Let's go. So we'll run over there.
Should we pack up camp and bring all that with us and bring Cass's stuff, or do you think we'll come back here? I don't know how far he is.
It's not a bad idea, Tevin. This is why we love you.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, we should pack up this stuff and just hastily pack it up, and we all kind of grab some of his gear and his 175 pounds worth of crap.
Good luck carrying all that. You guys with your 8 strength.
Tevin's struggling so hard.
I see him. He's like trying to take most of it, but
but after a little while, it probably takes you longer than what it should have, because you were kind of like carrying and dragging some of his stuff with you. You do find Cass in kind of a clearing. It's not a super big clearing or anything like that. It almost looks like he walked here. You see like just one set of footprints, but you see Cass face down in a puddle, but he's kind of stirring, making some noise.
I'd run over there and run over to him to pull him out of the puddle.
Wait, what is he saying?
Bren, where you going, Bren? Come out here.
Someone understood the assignment. Yeah. So, are you just? Yeah. How are you approaching him while he's like in this half slumber, half trance, face down in the puddle, stirring away? Are you just gonna wake him up? Are you turning him over? Are you pulling him away? What are you doing?
Probably walk up to him kind of slowly, and then kind of listening to whatever he's muttering. Then, if he's speaking, at least he's not drowning. So, just kind of slowly approach, and then after a minute, I'll end up rolling him over so he's not face down.
Okay. So as you roll him over, face down from this puddle, onto his back, you see that the liquid from the puddle immediately seeps back into the ground, and the liquid that was on his face rushes into his mouth and like up his nose, like into his face, as in it's not water.
Oh no.
No. Oh.
What do you do?
I try to wake him up. I'm
I do
shaking
like
him a little
that.
bit.
You shake him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
Sorry.
yeah,
I was gonna see if I could do like a medicine check or something on him. Like kind of like give him like a glance over, just see like, I don't know.
give me a perception check before a medicine check or anything like that.
24.
Other than the fact that he seems to be disturbed in his sleep talking, and the fact that you just watched this sludge basically crawl into him, he doesn't seem to be injured. He doesn't seem to be possessed or anything. He's just literally seems to be having a nightmare. Valerian, how do you wake Cass?
I try to just kind of shake his shoulders, say, Cass, wake up.
Cass, how do you wake up?
My eyes just kind of pop, like, right open, and I kind of just flail my arms up and just, like, stagger back really quickly to put my arms up in, like, defensive, like, what's going on? Where's Bryn? What's going on?
It's okay, friend. It's okay. It's us. It's Valerian and Luminora.
Where am I?
It's a really good question. You kind of wandered away.
I don't remember doing that. Last I remember is just getting into my tent.
I think we had some kind of visitor last night.
I thought it was something I ate.
Speaking of which, you feel okay?
I can use a beer.
Yeah. Hey, so I don't want to freak you out or anything, but like 15 seconds ago, you might have been invaded.
What? What? Some crawl up my nose or in my ear or something?
All of the above. Yeah. Some of that water, that icky, nasty sludge water, may have violated you a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't remember coming out here at all. I was just dreaming about Bryn.
Bren, your cousin, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the one who led me to the first portal that I got sucked through and betrayed me to the mind flayers.
What, you want to tell us about this dream?
It was more just almost like rehashing the last time I saw him, where I was going through the tunnels, trying to find him, almost getting eaten by one of the mind flayers, and then I turn and I find Bryn by that portal, and I'm like, we gotta get out of here, and then he pushes me through.
Let's see.
As for the black stuff, yeah, I don't feel right. I feel okay, but I can tell something's off, but I'm a little less concerned. I just don't get sick. I can't.
Yeah, no, totally.
No, I literally can't get sick.
What about, like, I don't know,
That's like kind of cool.
possessed?
Yeah, it's part of the part of the training. You just you fortify your spirit and body, and it makes you you just don't get sick. So if this thing's any kind of more disease more than anything, that I should be okay.
Well, let's hope it is. Luminora had a interesting night as well.
Oh,
Did. So, Cass, you don't remember anything apart from going to sleep? Just going to bed like normal?
I remember casting the alarm around the tents, and then taking off all my equipment, and then going to sleep.
Wow. Well, I had a interesting visit from what I thought was my mother, but ended up being some sort of creature. And Tevin, he went to wake you up and he noticed you were gone.
What kind of creature?
It was old, dead, decrepit, and had these yellow eyes. Have you seen something like this before? Or heard of such a thing?
It was also like almost like a shadow, or like smoke. Because
Yeah.
I shot it, and then it just poofed away.
It's
Face of
probably
status.
sounds like some kind of undead.
Can they portray like people that have died?
Some can. The more powerful ones can change them. I mean, your ordinary like shadows or something like that. Maybe not, but maybe something of a stronger type. Or I mean, that maybe. But just the black smokiness and yellow eyes kind of sounds like some kind of undead.
Seemed like it knew things about her, though.
Yeah, how would that be possible? Knowing things that, well, only my mother would know.
Well, that I can't explain. But just the way you describe it sounds like some kind of undead to me.
Oh, and I'm sorry. Yeah, as he's just trying to bring you as much of your stuff as possible. We noticed you left some stuff.
Yeah, that'll become handy. And I just like pick it up with like one hand.
Oh yeah, here's this for you too. Like pull out his spear and kind of stick the butt end of it into the ground in front of him.
Yeah. All right. Take me a little bit to get this gear on. The plate's not easy to take on and off.
That's totally fine. Well, once you're ready, we should keep trying to get to where that innkeeper was talking about, where they might know more. It's
Far away from here. Sounds like the best thing to do.
I'm just worried whatever was in that lake's gonna come back with all the sludge pulling back into it.
yeah, I don't want to stay here.
No. Best, once I get all my stuff together and packed up, best to get on the road.
Maybe we can take a wide berth of the lake. I prefer some sneaking around to all this straight up fighting.
I'm okay with that.
He got it.
Yeah. So once Cass is all geared up, ready to go, you guys start making your way further south, heading towards the main road. The weather is pretty clear compared to what you've been witnessing the past few days since being in this place. Also, it's much more barren, more plains, less trees. You still see the same deep red sky, yeah, but hardly any trees. So you also don't hear any sound of like this reverse rain that's leading up to the sky. And yeah, so as you keep going, is there anything that you guys are talking about? It's about a half day's hike to the main road, and then from there, a couple more hours.
This place sucks.
Yeah.
I'll just check in on Cass, see if he's still feeling okay. The sludge.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I can tell something's not right, but I'm not like tired or feel bad or anything. Like I said, if it's some kind of disease, I'll be okay, thankfully. But yeah, no, I can tell something's not right, but it's just I'm not negatively affected by it.
We could just spray you with some fire just to be sure.
I prefer the old adage of just give me enough booze to just kill it. Make my blood a little bit more antiseptic.
Tropical firewater.
Got it. Fireball. That's what he said.
Firewater, yeah.
Oh,
I think I'm definitely keeping like a solid 10, 15 feet of distance. Just not trying to make it super obvious, but
Flying casual.
yeah, just not getting too far ahead of you.
evasive maneuvers, just drifting to the left.
Exactly, yeah. Not keeping an eye on him, but always able to keep an eye on him.
All right, so as the day goes on, you all make your way towards the main road. You can go east or west. The innkeep had mentioned that there is, like a larger inn closer towards the east, but also towards the west. It is a main road. There's going to be larger villages and towns and stuff like that. Cass, give me a history check with advantage.
That's good because, as we know, my intelligence skills are so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 4.
Well,
Yeah, buddy.
you would know that there used to be a couple of main roads through Sire that you learned about in school when you were a young lad that went east to west. But you can't really tell which road of those this might be. But you know that it's one of them.
I asked Tevin, what did that innkeeper tell you about this crime syndicate?
He said that they operated out of like a casino outside of the town of Tronish. He also said that he called them damn devils. I don't know if he just really didn't like them or what that's supposed to mean. I points at his horns. He's like, when people say things like that, I don't know if they're being literal or not. Because I hear that a lot. So, he said that they're really powerful and no one seems to bother them. And that they come and go, kind of as they please, which is, I guess, some sort of big deal. But I guess if you're powerful, you can kind of do what you want anyways. So
I think we should bother them.
bother them?
We might be able to bargain with them.
It's not usually how I deal with characters like that, but I guess we can assess the situation once we're there.
We're trying to figure out get information. I don't know if we need to just go in there and try to upset the apple cart and pick a fight with them because, well, they probably outnumber us by, probably 5 to 10 to 1 at least.
That just makes it fun.
Yeah, it says the guy who almost got knocked out by that sludge thing.
Hey, you were close too.
He got you. It hurt. I got hit a couple of times. It really hurt. I don't blame you for falling over. That was not fun. I liked burning it though. That was cool.
Yeah, I wish we had access to a little bit more of that, but I can't learn anything that would deal fire damage. I can't, aside from a torch, I can't do much fire-wise.
Petty gangs and criminal organizations are kind of my forte, Cass.
Well,
Let's just go in there and see what we're dealing with first.
I'll let you see what you can do, and then if they want to pick a fight, then I'll throw them out a window or something.
A window.
Effective.
Windows
I
are
like
more
it.
fun; they fall farther.
Should we scope them out first?
Yes.
Yeah, that I'll do something other because I can't sneak around at all.
Well, I mean, so
I think I have.
from where we are, at this, like at the main road, it's still a couple of hours east from what the innkeeper told us, and it could be a little bit off because he just pointed in directions and said how long. So we have a little bit of ways to go, so we can definitely plan while we're making our way there.
Well, if there's a casino, maybe, since, like I said, I'm not the most subtle or hard, silent one of us. I can maybe just go in and kind of just hang out in the casino and see what I can find in there. While you guys do a little bit more, you know, outside reconnaissance or something.
I think it's the perfect place for you.
Well, I can talk to people and get information. I can't sneak around and listen.
Quick question. I do have Pass Without Trace. What is the duration of that?
I think it's 1 hour.
It lasts for 1 hour.
1 hour. Okay. So
Yeah,
I
that
do.
would make me just about invisible. Because that just adds 10 straight up, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a flat
Yeah.
plus 10 to stealth.
Yeah. And I have a +7, so I'd have +17.
And then another question is, while that is happening, does everyone have to stay within 30 feet of me, or is that just when I cast it?
Just when you cast it, I believe.
I have to read through this description.
So I remember the first time I used it at the job board. I guess I cast it, so it's... Never mind.
Ranger spells, because I know where it is there. Come on, second level. Pass Without Trace. Veil shadows assailants radius from you, masking you and your companions for the duration. Each creature you choose within 30 feet of you has +10 bonus to stealth, so they have to remain within 30 feet.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, is that, when I cast it within 30 feet, or for the duration? Yeah, for when it's happening. Okay.
Yeah, it says for the duration. So if it just said each creature you choose gains +10, then that would be what would be a pulse, but this is like a bubble.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Well, as you guys start making your way down the main road, you notice that the wind is starting to pick up. It's starting to rain very heavily, creating a slightly muddy terrain to walk through. As you're walking along, you do see a wagon with quite a sickly looking horse. It's more of like a carriage wagon, so walls, top, everything like that. The carriage is covered with a tarp even covering the windows. 3 people are standing outside looking like they're trying to get the wagon out of some mud. One of them does approach you. He's a human man, average height, average build. They are asking for help to get the carriage out of the mud, because they're just trying to get down the road to the town of Tronish so that they could get a nice hot meal and cleaned up before they continue on. What do you do?
I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
So I'll
My
go
cast
over,
is like the muscles here.
Yeah.
go over and try to help push or pull whichever way they prefer.
Yeah. Go ahead and push. Give me a strength check.
Strength or athletics?
Whichever you prefer.
That is only a 7. I am rolling like garbage.
Yeah, so as you're pushing, your feet are kind of sliding in the mud. As you try and pull yourself back up to get a better grasp, you do kind of like grab onto the tarp a little bit. It shifts. But other than that, they're all trying, the other 3 are trying to help get this carriage out of the mud. If I can get...
I want to get another try on this thing. I got an idea.
Okay, what are you going to do?
I am going to use my channel divinity
Okay.
and give myself, I believe, because I'm casting enhance ability on myself, which I believe, I can't remember which animal it is. I think it's like bull strength or whatever. It's advantage on all strength checks.
Okay.
So that is a 20.
Dirty 20.
So with a 20, you do kind of get up underneath this carriage. It kind of gets up onto the road. It rolls around so that it's more centered on the road, less in the loose gravel turned to mud. And as you're doing this, if everyone can give me a perception check, please.
Probably. That's a 24.
That is a 12.
Okay.
And a 21 for me.
Yeah, so with we'll start with Cass with a 12. You notice that only the one person that approached you asking for help is the only one that's been talking or interacting with you. The other two have kind of been keeping their heads down, really trying to strap down the tarp, really not engaging with you at all. Valerian with a 21. And Luminora with the 24. With both of those, you notice that as the wind is picking up and as they're trying to strap down the tarp, that the windows of the carriage look to be cracked, looks to have a couple of holes in them. And Luminora with the 24, you do see that one of the windows has blood splattered on the inside. How do you want to do this? What are you going to do? How do you move forward? How do you convey this message to other people?
So Cass is helping right now. Valerian, are you by me?
Yeah, I stayed back with you while he ran up to help him.
Okay. I could casually walk behind Valerian and from his back kind of lean in as I pass by and relay this information to him of what I see. The blood on the inside of the window, and
I very
kind of put a hand on Tevin's shoulder. Sorry.
No, good. Sorry.
No, go ahead. I was done.
No, I was just saying as soon as she tells me that, I just kind of nonchalantly, almost stealthily, just take my hand, crossbow out, and just kind of hold it, not aiming it at anybody, but just having it out, and then start to walk kind of over towards the side of the road, towards, I don't know. So I'm trying to describe this, how the where the wagon is stuck in the road. Try to walk off the to the side of the road that it's stuck on.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna try to hide.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Dirty 20 and a nat 20, but dirty 20.
Okay, perfect.
So I'm gonna say I'm within maybe 10 feet ish of the wagon. 10 to 15 feet, but off to the side of it.
Okay. That sounds good. And Cass, with the information that you gathered of just two of the three people that, basically approached you all for help are not engaging with you, is there anything that you want to do with that, or are you just trying to...
I'm kind of down, dusting my hands, and walking up to the guys why are you the only social one?
Oh, my travel companions here, they're just not good with people. You know how some people are. They are more concerned with their work, their chores and getting the job done than communicating with strangers. I don't mean any offense to you. We greatly appreciate you doing this.
Right. We all, everything good here? You guys are ready to get going? Where'd Valerian go?
Yeah. While Cass was talking to these people, I relayed the information to Tevin as well. I informed Tevin to tell Cass and just leave it at that. And I say, yeah, we'll be on our way soon. Hey, Cass, Tevin had mentioned something to me. I think, you'd want to hear it. I thought it was pretty funny. So you guys, where'd you say you were from? So I'm trying to...
If you're trying, are you trying to distract them so that Tevin can give me a deception check?
Oh, 4.
Oof.
The one guy is basically saying, we greatly appreciate your help, but no offense, we're not here to have conversations and let the weather get worse so we get stuck again. And
Everything all right, Luminora?
Tevin's just kind of walking towards Cass, just like wide-eyed, trying to like pretending like he's trying to like cover himself from the rain, just trying to get Cass's attention and be like, no, no, bad, no, no. But he doesn't know how to do it because he's like from a distance, can't really like approach you, or like say things too loudly.
Yeah.
While he's trying to get Cass's attention, can I be sneaking up to like the far side of the wagon to see if I can like peek under the tarp or into it in any way?
Yeah, give me another stealth check.
18.
Okay, and then an investigation check just to see how much you can see.
Nat 20.
You see that there's a couple of, you sneak up from the far side, kind of looking through the window. You notice that on this side, it looks like the window was busted inwards. You do see 2 dead bodies. Some blood has spurted across the inside, as well as you do see a handful of things in there from, casks of wine, water, food, things like that. So you do see a handful of things in there, including a small chest that is latched closed so you can't see what's in it, but it looks like it could either be like a jewelry box or some sort of little like personal chest.
Can I tell at all where any of these people are at?
You just know that they're on the other side of the carriage.
And there's 3 total.
Yes, there's 3 total.
All right. So have I noticed like Kevin being like, bad, no, bad?
Yes, he's not being sneaky about it. He's, just trying to like cover his face, but being like, no, just like violently shaking his head.
Then I'm gonna like, turn around to the guy I've been, talking to. It's like, well, I think it's about time we're on our way. I'm gonna like put out my hand to, shake his hand.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much.
As soon as he grabs it, I'm gonna just pull him in and grapple him and be like, what's really going on here?
I was gonna wait. I figured you were gonna have more conversation than that. But I was gonna say that like I was gonna cast Mage Hand.
We're not retconning it. Sorry, you were.
Okay, that's fine. No, it's fine. I didn't want to be doing too much.
Are you just trying to like hold him and like grapple him down, or are you trying to like intimidate him? Like, what are you trying to do, Cass?
I'm trying to grapple him so he can't go anywhere.
Okay, give me a strength check.
It's athletics.
Athletics. That's yep.
And I have advantage because I still have bull strength up.
Oh, yes, you do. Unless you rolled terribly, it's not.
15.
Okay, yeah, you got him locked down. And he's just kind of like, what do you mean?
Something smells wrong here, and my friends don't look like they're having like that, and something's wrong.
At this point, can I like come out from where I was hiding to one of the other guys and then put my like crossbow, like I guess grapple him from like behind and have my crossbow up to his head?
Yeah, give me an athletics check to see if you can at least maybe like kick him in the back of the leg to drop him, so that you can kind of like hold him in place.
14.
Still beat his 6, so
yay.
Yeah.
And then like so I'll kick him in the back of the leg so he's like kind of got down to his knee. So I got my arm around his neck a little bit and my crossbow just kind of like the tip of the bolt kind of just touching his temple or his head. Any of you want to explain the bodies in there?
I need everyone to roll initiative. Sorry for the interruption, dear heroes, but I just have to ask. Are you like me and my friends, where your food tends to be lacking just a little something extra? If you are, then look no further than Crybaby Craig's hot sauce to fix all of your spicy and saucy needs. Because this pickled habanero and garlic hot sauce will go on practically anything. It was started by Craig himself in the Twin Cities of Minnesota, and this sauce has become a staple of all hot sauces and flavor enhancers across the lands for many, many moons. If you don't believe me, go and check out crybabycraigs.com and order yours today to, quite frankly, just better your life. Or at least your taste buds. But be sure to let them know that we sent you and enjoy the best damn hot sauce there is. Now, let's get back to the show.
Oof. Yeah, not one, so it's a 3.
That's 11.
Yeah. Okay. So, Luminora, you had a 3.
Yep.
Cass had 11. Tevin, but Cass is definitely going to beat that out. Okay. Okay. So as this all happens, Cass, you pull in the one who's been doing all the talking. You kind of holding him tight. Out of nowhere, Valerian pops up and kicks out one of the silent guys from the leg so that they drop down. Gets his crossbow, pointed right at his face, and then the third bandit, who is just a few feet away, takes a couple of steps and swings at Tevin.
Hell no.
He misses. Don't get me wrong. He swings, he misses, but it's just kind of enough to get a little bit of a jump. The second bandit, that is... If I want to break a grapple, would that be another athletics?
Is athletics or acrobatics? Contested roll against mine.
For the one that has the crossbow from Valerian.
Either way, it's contested athletics.
Okay.
It's Valerian's athletics versus your acrobatics or athletics.
Okay. Valerian, can you roll me another athletics check?
Yes. Question though, would he be surprised? So I kind of jumped out of hiding.
When you first knocked him down, yes, but not anymore.
Well, that if
This
he
is
was surprised, he would lose his next turn.
Well, no, you would get a turn before him. That's all. Is how surprise works. But you revealed yourself, so you're not surprising.
You can't move or take an action on your first turn. I don't know. Okay.
Well,
I trust you. I was wondering about it, so I looked it up, but I was...
So, he rolled an 18 against your 13 for that. So he does kind of slip out. He's going to pull out his short sword, swing that at you.
I believe it's his action to break the grapple, though.
Oh, is it? I'm so bad at rules. They're too much. And if that's the case, he just kind of sneaks out of the grapple so that he's standing and pulls out his short sword. And then the one against Cass is going to try and break that hold as well.
Yeah, you have to use your action to escape.
Okay. So he just pulls out his sword, doesn't get an attack on Valerian. And then the one that is in the hand grasp with Cass is going to try and break free. Highly doubting that this one is going to work because he only rolled a 10. Oh, that was close.
That's a 17 because I have advantage.
Oh, because you're Channel Divinity. Okay, well, not as close as I thought it was. But still a failure, like I anticipated. And then that is going to be Tevin's turn. And he is super not happy that guy just swung a sword at him. So he is going to use his Searing Smite and swing his mace at this person. Just throwing that out there now. And definitely misses. So that is a bummer. Tevin's just freaked out. Tries swinging down his mace at this bandit who just swung at him wildly, but completely whiffs. Then that will be Cass. That's your turn.
Alright, this guy's trying to break free, but I was like, no, you're not going anywhere. And so I'm just gonna smack him with the quarterstaff. Yeah. So.
Oh,
That is a
nice.
nat 20.
Woof. Okay.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Roll damage.
Yeah, this guy's not worth the smite though. It would probably paste him. That is 25 total damage.
Okay. This, as you swing this quarterstaff into this guy's face, you watch as the quarterstaff hits his face. The wood kind of bends around his face before latching back, and the guy's face is still dented as it bounces off the quarterstaff. Blood spurts. He is looking very hurt and suddenly has way less teeth than what he had a second ago. And then that's going to be Valerian. Sorry, you still have your offhand attack. I apologize.
Yep. That is only a 10.
That does not hit.
Alright, so that's my action and my bonus action, and yeah, I'm just standing there holding Smiley there.
Oh, that's right. You still have him grappled too.
Yeah, I'm just holding him.
If
One
he's
arm, I'm holding him, and then the other arm, I'm beating him with the quarterstaff.
if he's grappled, would that not give you advantage?
No, he's not restrained.
Okay. He's just held in place, but okay.
Yeah, he has a speed of 0, and I don't have the tavern brawler feat that would let me convert it to a grapple or to a restraint.
Okay. Then Valerian, that is you.
I'm gonna pull out my rapier. I'm gonna swipe at this guy that I was holding on to. I'm going to hit him, or swing at him with the booming blade for 21 to hit.
21 definitely hits.
And I'm going to. That's for 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
Then I'm going to not disengage, but I am going to take like 10 feet back, step about 10 feet back, fully understanding that would give him an opportunity attack.
Yep, but I'm assuming that a 9 misses.
A 9 sure does.
Cool.
And then, good.
I was gonna say, Chad. Actually, the reason that damage was so high is because it accidentally still had the divine smite on there, turned on. So it should only be, let's see, 6 plus 2. So, well, it should be max damage for the staff for 6 plus 1, 7 plus 2 more, 9 damage, not 25.
So 9 total?
Yeah, because I rolled a 1 on the other die.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna slash this guy with the booming blade. Is that? Sorry, I should have probably made sure of that. But is it a bonus action to cast it?
You cast it and make the attack as your action.
Okay, so it's just part of the action. Okay. And then I'm going to jump back about 10 feet and then telepathically have J. Edgar come in, like just full on like nosedive as I'm like, taking my back steps. He's diving in to flap around this guy's face while I take my crossbow shot at him. For 23 to hit.
23 would hit.
For 12 damage.
Okay. Yeah, so as you swing into this guy, take a step back, he's swinging furiously. The first cut hurts a little bit, and then suddenly Jagger is just swinging or flying by his face. He doesn't know what to do. And then as he's panic swinging, just all of a sudden this crossbow bolt just goes right into, the right side of his chest. He just feels the air escape out of his lung as he's just gasping for breath. And that's going to be Luminora.
Not quite sure where I am, I suppose. So if I move to the guy that attacked Tevin.
Yeah, you're about 20 to 15 feet away.
But that
so
doesn't-
you definitely get there within your movement.
If I do move, that doesn't provoke a attack of opportunity.
Nope, because you're further away from him.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to that guy and use my scimitar on him. 22 to hit.
22 does hit.
7 slashing.
Okay. Yeah, so as you run up to, the third guy, the one that was never grappled, the one that swung on Tevin, you run up, you almost catch him by surprise as you cut across his arm, getting his attention that you are there. Then that's going to be back up to the bandits.
Banditos.
The first one really does not like the fact that this owl came swooping in on him, and he's going to swing his short sword at J. Edgar. I was not kidding you, but he rolled a nat 1. So he just swings up for this owl that's just pestering him, swings through, completely misses, cuts off his big toe. Just super aggressive. Accidentally cuts off his big toe. Gives himself 1 point of damage. The second one is the one that is still being...
J. Edgar also poops on him.
The second bandit, the one that is still grappled with Cass, he's just gonna swing his short sword instead of trying to break the grapple, because he knows that he is definitely overpowered here. I'm assuming that a 14 does not hit, Cass?
No, 14 does not hit.
You are way too hard to hit. This is bogus.
14 wouldn't hit any of us, though.
I know.
Sure.
I don't like it. And then the third one is now going to turn to Luminora. Does a 15 hit?
It does not.
These guys all suck. They're just the worst. They're just swinging blindly. They don't know what's going on. And then that's going to be Tevin's turn, who is going to... He feels confident. He's going to take a step back. Then a 15 does not hit him. So he takes a step back from the bandit that he's been kind of swinging against. Takes a step back and then is going to cast Produce Flame on the guy right in front of him. He just wanted to create a little bit of distance, but he was still a little bit too close, so he shoots and misses. And then that is Cass's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna keep smacking Smiley here. That is only a 7, so I'm guessing that misses.
That does miss.
Offhand, that is a 14.
It just hits.
That is 8 damage.
Okay, 8 damage. Yeah, so just basically doing the medieval high fantasy equivalent of pistol whipping this dude. Just more teeth are falling out of his face, and he's just trying to plead, just wait, you can take it all, just stop. He's spitting up blood, just struggling hard. And then that's going to be Valerian.
All right. J. Edgar's, having missed his this guy's sword attack, comes back in for another feather assault. While I make a shot at him, which is only a 9 to hit.
Which does not.
Frustratedly, I whip around and fire another crossbow shot at him, which gives me a 22 to hit.
Which it does.
For 4 piercing. And then J. Edgar does his little flyby and just kind of goes pretty much just straight up. So
Okay.
Now he's just kind of hovering about 15 feet above this guy.
Yeah, and with that the first bolt, just barely missing him, the second one going right into him. He's looking so hurt. he's a cold day and a bad cough away from dying. Like that's really all that's really there for him. And then Luminora, that is your turn.
Same guy I got beef with. I'm gonna use my scimitar on him. 7 to hit.
7 does not hit.
That'll be my turn.
All right, that's going to be the bandits. The first one is just mad. He's going to pull out his hand crossbow, because he can't reach this pesky owl, and no one is right next to him. But he is going to shoot at Valerian. Does a 19 hit?
It does hit.
Okay, that is for a whopping 2 damage.
Oh, wowie.
Yeah, he thought he did something there. Definitely did not. And then the leader that is still somehow just being held on by the wrist and getting pummeled just lifts one hand towards Cass and goes, "Okay, you let us live. You take this. You take the cart. You just." He spits out a little bit more blood, a couple more teeth. He's down to like 2 teeth. He's almost down to tooth. That's how hurt he is. He's like, you guys just take this. Just please don't kill us. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He says that to Cass.
Yeah.
Uh,
Can anybody talk here? Or is it still like Cass's turn?
well, it's their turn still.
Oh, yeah. And then there is one more. Rolled a nat 1. Also, the one swings for Tevin, misses with a short sword, and cuts off his big toe. So now that is Tevin's turn. He saw that happen, and then is going to just swing his mace. 17 for 1d6 for 3 points of damage. Basically, dude accidentally cuts off his own big toe, and then Tevin just breaks the rest of the foot. So Cass, it is your turn. That guy just pleaded with you, don't kill us, take everything, just go.
Yeah, we'll sort all this out in a second, and then I'm gonna swing my quarterstaff, but looking to do non-lethal damage.
Okay.
That is a 21 to hit.
21 definitely hits.
That is 7 bludgeoning.
I mean, he's looking really hurt.
Alright, spear butt, non-lethal. Ooh. Yeah, that's a nat 1.
Oof.
I mean, he is so hurt. But he's still standing.
Yeah.
Then Valerian, that's going to be you.
All right. I'm just gonna run up, just like full charge this guy with my dagger. Maybe using like the hilt of it or something, to just kind of charge this guy and try to hit him with some non-lethal damage while he's distracted with my amazing owl.
Okay.
Nat 20. Nat 20 on non-lethal.
Describe how you knocked this guy out.
Yikes. Sorry, I had to do it just for the fun of it. Anyway,
I almost feel like the fact that you he had 5 hit points. That's a lot of extra non-lethal. I think you accidentally kill him.
I only did 24 damage.
Yeah, you accidentally kill this dude. You hit him so hard in the head that as he falls, he hits his head and dies.
He did try to hit my bird.
I mean, that's fair.
I pull my mask up just a little bit, like spit on the guy, like pathetic. So then the guy that's trying to hit Tevin, I'm gonna make a attack on him too, just a regular hand crossbow attack. It's only a 9 to hit though.
9 misses.
I was way too worried about hitting Tevin. That I aimed way too wide.
That's totally fair. And then so then that goes to Luminor. That's you.
And I do non-lethal with my scimitar.
That's
Go like the flat side of the blade.
24 to hit. Nat 20.
That's a nat 20. Just I want to do non-lethal damage. Roll the nat 20.
Yeah, like Steven. Or Valerian. That's a 9 damage.
Okay. Yeah, basically you swing your scimitar, but instead of blade end first, you kind of have it cocked just slightly, so it almost just like smacks him across the head like you're swinging a ruler or a yardstick at them. Just straight up Catholic school days. It hit someone across the face. He stumbles back a little bit, not quite sure how he just got hit in the head with a sword and didn't die. It takes him a second to gather his thoughts on that, but he's still standing.
Okay.
And that is going to be back up to the bandits. The leader there is just like, seriously, please, just don't kill us. I'm sorry. As he's just like drooling blood out of his mouth, he's just regretting this decision to be here. The second bandit, or the only bandit that is left alive that is not the leader, he's mad. He can't really hear what his little like leader is saying because he was just hit in the head with the blunt side of a sword. So he's going to swing back at Luminora just with a short sword. Does a 13 hit?
Does not hit.
Swings and misses. He's clearly dizzy and disoriented because he just got hit with the blunt side of a sword. Then Tevin, who is trying to pay attention to everything that's going on, he takes a step back, but he just readies his produce flame just in case. And then that's back to you, Cass.
I'm gonna try to knock this guy out again. As a wise man once said, I'd sooner shatter a stained glass window than an artist such as yourself. But I can't have you follow me either. As a 17 to hit.
It does.
That is 9 bludgeoning, non-lethal.
That's an acceptable over amount of non-lethal damage. Yes, you successfully knock him out. What do you do with his body? Do you want to use your backhand on the other guy that's just kind of left?
Just gonna walk over with the spear butt on the other guy and go for a non-lethal hit. That's only a 10.
That does not hit.
Yep. I kind of let go of his boss after he's unconscious, just kind of let him slump to the ground.
Well, all right, and then Valerian, that is you.
Okay. Gonna try one more time for this other guy to just kind of run up to him and hit him with the blunt end of my dagger, or like the hilt.
Okay.
For only a 13 to hit, though.
13 does not hit.
Darn. J. Edgar's going to come in and, I guess, prepare the help action for the next person that comes after this guy.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Then that's going to be Luminar.
Just gonna do non-lethal scimitar. 6 to hit.
Misses.
Oof.
Now, that would have been a 10, but still misses.
Oh yeah, because yeah, 10 still misses though.
Darn.
I mean, the leader is knocked out. This dude is just he knows that there's no good way that this happens. So he just tries to run.
I love it when they run.
I mean,
Well-
there's no smart way for him to do this.
Well, is he disengaging or is he?
No, he's an idiot. He's just gonna run.
Yeah, so I'll take my opportunity attack at him.
I'll take mine too.
And mine.
Non-lethal.
You all three swing at him, and all three hit.
I got a 15.
Oh, I got a 5. I got a nat
Get on
one.
that one.
15 hit.
15 hits.
24 hit.
6 bludgeoning.
6 bludgeoning knocks him out. So they're just 2 bodies slumped over in the middle of this road here. 1 dead body. He got hit in the head a little too hard, then fell down and hit his head again. That was the end of him. But we are now out of combat. There is all of that.
All right. Let's tie these 2 up and try to figure out what's going on here.
How much rope would you say I still have?
Oh, because of your fishing fiasco last episode? Probably have a solid 47 feet.
Okay, sweet. I'm gonna use that to tie one of these guys up to like the carriage wheel or something.
Okay.
All right. So now they're tied up. I want to look inside the carriage.
And they're tied up right next to the guy who's got this big like hole in his forehead from my dagger hilt.
Sweet. Yeah, so I mean, you guys are just going to be going through this. I mean, you do see a couple of dead bodies in the carriage, unfortunately. But you do see a lot of things. You do see a chest. It is not locked, but it is latched.
Well, let's see what's in the box.
Yeah, absolutely. So as you open it, you do see that there is, looks like a very fine thread. Or not really a thread, but like a very thin rope. Think of like rock climbing rope, but like half as thick. It's about 100 feet of very thin but very strong rope in there. There's 300 gold pieces in that chest as well, and 6 regular healing potions in the chest.
Wow. I wonder who this belonged to.
Can I check the bodies that are in there?
Yeah, I want to see if there's any kind of identifying or how are they dressed.
Both of them are wearing, average pants, nothing super like high end or anything like that. But not rugged or anything like that either for like their tops, their pants. One of them is wearing a dark green cloak, but it kind of shimmers and reflects light in kind of an odd way. And then one of them is wearing very rugged, old-looking boots.
I wonder if these are some kind of couriers or something that got ambushed by these guys.
Can I search their body to see if I find anything noteworthy?
Yeah, are you searching like their bodies, or are you searching like what's on them?
Like their pockets, and they're patting them down, seeing if taking their boots off, see if there's anything in there, just kind of giving them the full.
Okay.
I don't want to say strip search, but like,
yeah, no. As
tearing
you're
open their cloak, see if there's any,
as you're
pouches
going
of them.
through their pockets and things like that, you don't notice that there's a whole lot in there. One of them was holding on to a smallish backpack or smallish pack. You don't find anything in the pockets of this dark green shimmering cloak. But you notice that as you take off the boots to look inside of them to see if there's anything in there, that even though when they were on the body, they looked rather large. But as you take them off, and as you are the one holding them, they look to be your perfect size.
Cool. I'm putting them things on.
One size fits all.
I like
Well-
kick off my boots. Just slide them on real quick.
Yeah, as you put them on, they fit perfectly. You know, there's no moisture in them, even though they look rugged. They're very comfortable. And you have acquired boots of Featherfall.
Oh, nice. I feel so safe in these boots. And then can I look at the backpack that this guy was holding?
Yeah, absolutely.
See what's in there.
So as you open it up, you notice that there is a lot for how small it is. Food, water, wine, and even like loose leaf, as well as just a lot of papers, random things in there. Way too much for what could fit in this backpack.
I think there's something cool about this backpack, guys.
Mm. Are there like side pockets, or is it just one main pocket?
There's some side pockets, but otherwise it's like one main pocket.
I want to open up the side pockets.
Okay. As you do that, you see in the side pockets, you do see a couple vials where they are kind of like a reddish orange, or like potion bottles. You see 4 of them. These are labeled as fire breath, potions of fire breath.
That's sick.
That's this is quite a lot of stuff we're finding. I'm worried somebody might be come looking for it.
I think we should talk to these bandits out here when we can to see what
Oh
they
yeah,
know
yeah.
about these
Oh
guys.
yeah, we're definitely gonna have a conversation.
Can I pat down all the bandits?
Yeah, absolutely.
We have been taken anything?
You really don't find anything on them.
I want to check
Well,
out that shimmering cloak.
Yeah. See if there's any like properties about it other than it shimmers.
So, Cass, as you check out the shimmering cloak, do you just hold it and look at it? Do you drape it over yourself? What do you do?
I mean, I'll drape it over, see how it looks.
As you drape it over yourself, you notice that your plate mail is suddenly a lot quieter. It is this cloak adds +2 to your stealth rolls.
Very good.
Yeah, it's not bad. Might be. I think this might be even better suited for you, Valerian. Because making me a little quieter is like, shattering a window a little quieter. But making you quieter is even more effective.
Hard to argue with that, I suppose.
But
Well, I have these nice boots if you want these. I'll trade you.
we'll see. We'll hold on and figure out. I mean, we also got these potions. Look like they're fire breathing potions, which could be useful, especially given the sludge things.
That was my thought as well.
Like I said, we gotta figure out where all this stuff came from.
Did we search pretty much kind of everything in here? Was there anything that
Yeah,
all of our stones returned?
the rest of it is, food, water, wine, tobacco.
Did those side pockets seem like normal size, or do they also seem abnormally big?
They seemed like slightly bigger. Like basically, if you pulled a couple of potions out from each side, but they didn't look like each one should be able to hold multiple potions.
Yeah, it's kind of differentiates what this could be versus what it probably is. All right, let's.
I don't want to say anything.
Well, no, there's what it could be versus whether there are some slight distinctions.
Should we take it with us anyway?
Well, first let's. I'm gonna go over to the tied up leader. Just be like, wakey, wakey.
Why are you still here?
Because I want to know where this stuff came from.
We're hired to do a job, man. They just told us when and where to be, what we should do.
Who hired you?
If I tell you that, they're gonna kill me.
I take out my crossbow and I just right into his face. And you think that if you don't tell me, I won't kill you?
There's no way of winning this. It was the crime boss. His name is Oldengarf.
So you're syndicate boys.
They're the ones that are running up that casino?
Yeah, that's where you can find him.
So, where'd all this stuff come from? Because the bodies inside look like they're more transporting people, not owners.
This is multiple jobs. This is our carriage. Unfortunately, when we tried to take a couple of people hostage, we put them in the carriage. They started to resist. We shot them. Hence the bodies inside. A lot of
Who were they?
Just hits, man. They were just marks. Do you know with healing potions, do teeth come back, man?
I think if you hold your teeth in right after you drink it, it might patch it up enough to make them functional. Otherwise, I suggest you go on a liquid diet.
That might be the least of your concerns right now, though.
Hey, man, by the sounds of it, I'm dead either way. I go back to Oldengarf, a failure, I'm dead. You guys kill me, dead. I stay out here in this condition, dead. I run, someone finds me, dead. Soup sounds fine for my final days. Just take the carriage, go talk to Oldengarf, tell him you killed me, and just let me fend for myself. Can everyone give me a perception check?
The 20. Dirty 20.
15.
12. Luminara, you are the only one that notices with a 20 that every time this bandit says Oldengarf, Tevin winces. He winces a little bit. He kind of is wide-eyed and then kind of flinches a little bit every time that the bandit says that name. The bandit continues on. It's just go talk to him. Just please, I won't follow you. You can knock me out again. Just don't kill me. Maybe I can get veneers or something and be okay if I can get out of here.
I'll think about it, but first I'm going to need a little bit more information than that. I'll squat down, so I'm in front of him. I still have my crossbow, just kind of this time it's underneath his jaw a little bit. Kind of security is Oldengarf running? How many guards does he have posted up?
I mean, it's a casino, man. At any given point in time, there's a dozen guys within earshot of him that are there to protect him. I mean, he doesn't know about any of this that just happened. You could literally just go and try and talk to him.
What about a
But he didn't sanction this acquisition?
Not all of it. And he's not going to be happy about the dead bodies, but we were supposed to bring them back alive, but they got a little rowdy.
Who were they?
Again, man, I don't know. They were a couple of travelers. Someone that probably owed him money. I'm told a time and place to be and a basic description of what to look for. That's all I know. Did you see how easily those teeth fell out of my face? You think I'm a higher up? I'm a hired help that will do anything for money. And now, I'm trying to do anything to not die.
You didn't get any names?
No.
Can I roll an insight just to see if he's being honest, truthful about everything?
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like Valerian would know, how this stuff works. 18.
He honestly doesn't know their names.
Like he's not like keeping something back that like Valerian would know, like, being a hitman or whatever. Yeah, you would. This is basic, something that you would probably know.
No,
Okay.
he was told to be in a certain place at a certain time, look for this mark, did it. He was supposed to bring them back alive. They got rowdy, he killed them. Here he is.
What do we do with them?
Luminora, what do you think? I'm satisfied enough to let him stumble on his way out of town and just keep on going and let him fend for himself with his buddy here.
Yeah. I think
He's
just
a
let him
murderer.
go.
I'm asking opinions. I said I don't see a need to kill him. That's my opinion.
You guys kind of both notice that like Valerian's getting a little bit worked up about it. Like, especially after hearing his little story, he really does not like this guy.
Valerian, you obviously have some kind of history with criminals. I'm not sure what it was exactly. I think at one point you said you worked for one.
We let this guy go now. He's gonna crawl into a hole, and he's gonna come out looking for another job and another score. He's gonna go right back to killing and thieving, ruining people's lives, because he has no respect for anyone's life but his own.
Man, please, just let me go.
Well, I won't stop you, Valerian, if you want to do something, but I'm not gonna do anything to him.
I just kind of throw my hands up, just walk away. Like,
Got a perfectly good wagon here, though, so we don't want to keep him tied up to it.
You said that horse looked like it was dying or something?
It just
sickly.
looks old, sickly.
Old. Do you want to take the wagon with us?
I think we can probably take the horse back into town with the wagon and see if this old girl's got any life left back in her.
I'm gonna string these guys up, and then basically I'm just gonna like tie them to a tree, but not by their necks. I'm not gonna lynch them or anything, but just tie them so that their hands are, above their head, and that their feet like just very barely touch the ground, like on their toes, and just leave them there for someone else to come by and maybe, possibly, help them.
Okay.
That's gonna be a slow death.
It's what they deserve.
All right. So then what do you guys do from here?
Yeah, I say we take the cart, head back into town. We might want to give these two a proper burial first. I don't know if coming back into town with bodies is the best impression to make.
Brilliant idea.
But I want to take, some piece of their clothing or something that might be, we can at least share to people to identify, try to figure out who they were.
They didn't have anything. Was there anything in the in that backpack that maybe had names?
Like the papers.
Yeah, you said there was a bunch of papers in there.
No, nothing. It was more just like ledgers and stuff like that. Ledgers, maps, things like that. Nothing with like identifying anything like that. So, Tevin just goes, "Oh, I can bury them. I'll bury them."
I'll help you.
We should make them do it.
Well, you already tied them up and they're pretty beat up.
Yeah, they're not gonna have much strength to help do it.
Good. Maybe they'll fall right in, and we could just bury them. Okay, I'll stop.
Tevin just kind of like puts his head down and just starts to dig a grave.
Yeah, I just cut like a swath off of their clothes. So, off of like coats or whatever they're wearing, just so I can say, hey, that, shows it'd be like their last seat wearing this, color stuff. Just like a, little piece just to help maybe show around when we get into town.
And when we were looking, they didn't have any like jewelry or anything like that either, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah. So you get them buried. You get some clothing swatches, basically, just to use as identifiers. And then what is your next move?
Next move would be take this wagon into town.
Yeah, I like it.
I would like to wipe the blood off the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, good call.
I'll make sure all the tarps are secured, just to avoid any more questions like that.
Yeah. So as you're wiping the blood off the windows, you're resecuring the tarps to cover, broken windows, cracked glass, things like that. That's where we're going to end this episode.
All right.
All right.
On that dark note for those poor bandits.
Yeah, it took a twist.
I don't like them. What can I say?
Oh no, that's totally fine. Also, they were just supposed to be random fucking bandits. Sorry.
It's always the random ones that are like,
like,
Bandits with a shit ton of stuff on them.
yeah, they've been working for a while.
I mean, if I remember everything jotted down correctly from the chest, there was 300 gold, 4 potions of fire breathing, and 6 regular healing.
Yeah, and 100 feet of thin, strong rope.
Yeah.
And then there was also the boots and the cloak.
Yep.
Yeah, I got a little excited about it.
do I
I was
do anything
originally
for
going to
that
have
cloak?
you guys roll to see what you found, but this episode got to be a little bit long, and I was like, I don't want to have a bunch of rolls just to see what they find. This is what they find. So you missed out on a couple of things, but that's okay.
Do I need to do anything for the cloak for my stealth, or just try to remember that?
Let me look at it. I'll try and figure this out.
Good.
But yeah, if our listeners like this and would like to support us, please check us out on Instagram, which is at Kobolds in the Basement Pod, or find us on Facebook, or go support our Buy Me a Coffee over at buymeacoffee.com/allthingsnerd. When you subscribe, let us know that it is the Kobolds that sent you that way, so that you can get some member exclusive merch that reflects this lovely podcast of ours. Also, like, share, and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Anyone have anything that they want to plug?
No, not this time.
All right.
This time, but thanks for listening.
Thank you very much for listening.
Perfect. If you like other nerdy stuff, check out the All Things Nerd podcast. Other than that, goodbye from Kobolds in the Basement.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.